See, this is your lesson on your first lesson on TPR. TPR means total physical response. So you have a list of approximately 80 words that we're going to take 10 words per week and study them and quiz over them. If you're in class, you're going to be performing gestures as your quiz. I know this sounds a little bit weird, okay, but it all will make sense later. If you're studying virtually, you will take the quiz online, okay? So make sure that you know that on Fridays we're going to be doing that, okay? And then at the very end of the list, when we get done with the 80 words, and I know this is a big long list, and after this, with our storytelling, the list is going to be much shorter, much shorter. So hang in there. The students typically do very well on this test, okay? The final test will be electronic, all right, for everyone, all learners. So here's our first picture. It says se levanta. That's number 1 on the list. If you're in class with me today, we're going to be doing a gesture for se levanta. So you can see the picture corresponds to it. It shows this guy, he is standing up. So he or she stands up. So make sure to follow along on the list with me. So se levanta. You don't need to say the word or words out loud. You can just perform the gesture, okay? If you're at home, you can do this as well. You can perform a gesture. That's why this is called total physical response. It's getting you a basis for the language, right? Kind of like the foundation of the house, right? We build off of this. So this list has a lot of different words that you'll utilize. It has verbs, it has adjectives, it has different kinds of things in it for us. Here in this picture, you can see the lady is sitting down on a chair. Se sienta means he or she sits. Se sienta. If you're a virtual learner, feel welcome to say these, phrases as well. You're welcome to do that. If you're in class with me today, we're going to perform the gesture and you listen. Se sienta. Here I put a picture of a cheetah because I heard that a cheetah is the fastest animal on earth, okay, or one of the fastest. So, rápido kind of looks like the word rapid. It means fast. You can hear that doble R sound in there, even though there's not a double R, because it's at the beginning of the word. It's got a vowel after it. Rápido. So rápido. We're going to do a gesture if you're in class with me today. And every time I say rápido, that's the gesture that you'll do, or something very similar and school appropriate. The opposite would be despacio, despacio, slow. So when I say despacio in class, and we'll do different games like Simon Says, we'll do flashcards. So whenever you hear this word despacio, then you'll do a gesture for despacio, okay? You could pick different kinds of gestures. If you're a virtual learner, you can just take some fingers and walk them very slowly. You could pretend like you're walking in slow motion. Anything to help you to a physical connection to the vocabulary word is what we're trying to get. Camina will be the word that is for walk. He or she walks. Camina. Camina. On the test, you'll be given the word either in Spanish or English, and you type in the word or words, okay? Just like it is on the vocabulary list. By the way, on the test, you'll be given 3 chances to get your best score. So, camina, camina. And here's this guy, he's jumping off of a cliff, okay? So, salta means he or she jumps. Salta. These are also commands like, hey, do this. So, salta. So, if you're in class with me today, you can actually, when we have the opportunity, we say, hey, everybody stand up, and you can actually jump, right? So, salta. Santa. But we do in class need to practice silent gestures because it'll be more evident to you Friday why that is the case, okay? But it does need to be a silent gesture when we do the quiz in class. So when I say Santa, you'll do some kind of school appropriate motion for jump. The word for stop is para. There's different words. I mean, we could say detenga, like hold up, but para is the word that's on our list and it means stop. So you can do a gesture in class. You can put your hand out in front of you and say, and para. Well, when I say para, you'll perform that gesture. Anything that would make us know that you mean stop. Para. Now, this one is a little bit different. I believe this is number 8, levanta. Levanta. Now, you may be thinking, well, it sounds familiar. Number 1 was se levanta. Well, se levanta means he or she stands up. And levanta means to lift or raise, as it's translated on the list. Levanta is lift or raise, like raise your hand, okay? Sometimes in class I might say raise your foot and you actually do that gesture, okay? Or I'll say levanta and the future word is la mano, the hand, and you'll just raise your hand, okay? So for now, if you just raise your hand in the air, I'll know that means levanta. Okay, and I'll show you in class there's also some other gestures that you could do for levanta. As long as I can tell you know what the vocabulary word means, then the gesture will be fine. Okay? The opposite. The opposite word is baja. Baja means to lower or put down. And again, we're doing 10 of these, right? We're doing 10 of these. We're going through number 10. Okay, so this is number 9. Baja is to lower or put down. And the picture that I have here is not like the best picture representation, okay, of it. But what we'll do is like lower your hand will be the gesture in class. It's just like to kind of maybe lift your hand and then lower it. Okay, so baja. There's the J, it has the H sound, right? The J sounds like an H in Spanish. So it's not baja or something like that. It's baja. Baja is to lower or put down. For example, Baja California, okay, that's lower California, all right, underneath California. And the last one that we're doing for this week, so no surprises on the quiz on Friday. You know exactly what's coming at you, the number 1 through 10, right? In future quizzes, we'll recycle old words too. We have the option to put those in there, right? But on this quiz, no big surprises. Da una vuelta means to turn around. So if you're in class with me today, you can actually kind of spin around, if we're standing up at this time, do a kind of parade wave or something like that. I don't know if you know what I mean, learners at home. But da una vuelta means to turn. Anything that shows me you know that da una vuelta means turn around. So those are the 10 words that we're practicing this week. Make sure you know them on Friday. If you're a virtual learner, the quiz is online, and I'll be taking down the English equivalent, and please use, however, a word bank in Spanish. Feel free to do that, okay? And you get to take the quiz up to 3 times for your best score, and this also helps just in case there's some sort of snag with the internet, that you'll have 3 opportunities to take that quiz. Once again, if you're in class, you've got to do the gesture quiz with me, okay? I'll explain more about that in class. If you're a blended learner and on Friday you happen to be, if you're a flex learner, that is, and you happen to be at home on Friday, please do the electronic version. So everybody does the quiz on Friday. It'll be open till 3:30 p.m. So make sure you're studying these words this week. Re-listen to this. This is a listening activity and responding with a gesture, or you can say the word out loud. Thank you.